My deepest respect to your soul. How are you, friends? Sunday friends, UK friends? Doing great? Yeah. So it's always immense pleasure to be with you. For you, it's morning there. And for us, I just had lunch. That you can hear me, I understand. Now the question is of listening to me. Listening is spiritual, hearing is worldly. So you should learn the art of listening, because a master is not a meditation teacher. There are many meditation teachers of the world. There are many people who do not know, still are teaching. They are themselves shrouded in with a thick veil of ignorance. So that's why at the beginning of what we call a satsang, being in the presence of master, we say, listen attentively. When you listen, you are here and now without any prejudices in your mind, without the idea that I know. The trouble today with people that you read a lot about meditation, about spirituality, Reiki, yoga, and so on and so forth. So when you listen to a master, that becomes a barrier. So I will explain to you something extremely important so that you don't have to struggle a lot. So that you don't have to struggle a lot. If you know how to be in the presence of a master, you know, this morning we had a satsang in Mauritius. For those who do not know the word satsang, meditation session. I explained a word, very mystical word from the Hindu religion called upasana. Upasana. Upasana means up means sub, deep, deep within. Asana means posture. Therefore, upasana would mean to be centered in the deepest core of your being, whoever you are, wherever you are. It's not a question of sitting in a place. Of course, for the practice, for you, for beginners, you have to adopt a sitting position so that you can stabilize the mind, to calm the mind. But the most important thing is not the body, which has to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable. You have to be fully alert, relaxed, and centered. Your being is like a cyclone with a center and around strong wind and rain. So you have to be in the center. Don't get carried away by the winds of thinking of that I know. Be childlike, eager to learn, relax, but alert. Remember, the master doesn't give you his words, his knowledge. You are already filled with too much knowledge. And there's an abundance of knowledge in the world. If it was only for knowledge, then you can browse the net and you have so much knowledge about meditation, spirituality, symbolism, meditation, Kundalini and all chakras. This has become too easy. But what I am teaching you is something very different. I'm sorry I have to use the word teach. What I want to transmit to you is my vibration, my presence. Only that can awaken you, can break your unconsciousness. Remember, meditation means to become more and more conscious, not more knowledgeable. Meditation means to become wise. And you can become wise only when you are conscious, when you are alert. Otherwise, at present, people are living like living dead. You have heard, the living dead, the zombies. Most people are living like that. And meditation means to become more and more alert, more and more living. And only when you become more and more living, more conscious, that meditation can happen to you. In fact, and indeed, meditation is a miracle that happens, that you prepare for by living consciously. And when you live consciously, when you live relaxingly, your style of living changes. Right now, your style of living, which is extremely materialistic and unconscious, is a product of your unconsciousness. So meditation is not an affair which you do morning or evening or any time of the day for that matter, and then you finish with it. And then whole day you become unconscious again. You become zombie-like again. No. Sitting down, practicing a particular method is only a small part of that whole sublime and sacred science called meditation. So religion is not something cultural. It's not a blind belief. It's not about recitation of prayers and believing in any prophet or God for that matter. It is a style of living, living consciously. When we are born consciously with very tiny volume of consciousness though. And the religion that we should be taught, the art and science, the first and art of science that we should be taught about is how to live consciously, how to become more and more conscious, more and more alert. But very unfortunately, and we are not laying the blame on anybody, but it happens. It is always happening. It is still happening. That we are taught to become knowledgeable. And we are given all sorts of false knowledge. And the knowledge that we are given is based on the fact that you are a physical body. You are like a machine. You're materialistic. Your mind, your brain is like a computer. And so much knowledge, confusing knowledge, is input in your brain. I say confusing because we have people from different culture, different religion, and each of these have different approach, different vision of life. And this is very confusing. That's why many people are irreligious. They say better be irreligious than to get involved in so many confusing ideas about God, about the origin of life, about masters and so on and so forth. The true approach to life, is to live consciously. Pythagoras, who many people know as a mathematician, when I was at college, I heard about Pythagoras. You remember a theorem on his name, Pythagoras theorem. So I had known him as a mathematician. It's only later on when I became a mystic, when I entered the path of spirituality, that I realized he was a very great mystic. And he said that there are two ways to live life. First one, what we call instinctually. We are driven by instinct to survive, to reproduce, to fight for territories, to be on the top, to dominate, to control everything, like the politicians. This is the first way. And most people falls into this category. Then he said, there's a second way to live life. And that second way, he had called the way of grace, which I call the way of awareness. Krishnamurti, Osho, and many other masters have called it the way of watchfulness, the way of living consciously, the way of living in the here and now, the way of living intuitively, not driven by instinct. Definitely, there's absolutely nothing wrong with instinct. We mate, we eat, we drink, we sleep, we struggle for survival, we do so many things driven by instinct. That is absolutely normal. But as I told you, a great mishap has happened and whole society has contributed to it. We have become only an instinctual being. Our life is driven by material consciousness. What do I mean by material consciousness? Is that our consciousness has not expanded. It has been limited to our physical body, so much so we cannot even say, look, I'm only a physical body, nothing more than that. Or we don't even ask the question, am I something more than this physical body? We do not even have time to stop and think about this. So my approach is that meditation or enlightenment. Enlightenment means deep meditation, the deepest state of meditation, which is of the nature of pure consciousness, ineffable peace, and absolute freedom. Why I call it a miracle? It is so rare. It is absolutely rare. This is the first reason. The second reason is that it is such a vast and great phenomena, the greatest that is possible to the human mind. And it is only the day you become enlightened, the bliss, the freedom, the miracle, and the mystery that you will experience when you become enlightened, then only you say, indeed, that was something impossible, but it happened. So remember that meditation is not about practicing one or two techniques. You browse through the internet, you get few techniques from me, few techniques from Sadhguru, few techniques from Osho and this, and you practice it and you think it's over. There's nothing wrong in doing that, remember. But that is not meditation, that is not spirituality. That is not going to lead you to enlightenment. And remember, enlightenment is not a far-fetched idea. That is the purest state of your being. That is the most natural state of your life. The very purpose of human existence is to realize and to experience that state. We were born for that purpose, but we have derailed. We have drifted very far away. And when we turn back, we do not see anything in life that gives us even a tiny glimpse about that miracle. That's why most people, though belonging to an organized religion and believe in God, has nothing to do with spirituality, with religion in its purest state. So what I want to share with you is that, remember that meditation happens not only by practicing a few techniques. You can try few techniques, any technique, and you will have some, temporary state of bliss, perhaps silence. But Then again, you will go back to your abnormal self. I not say your usual self, because that is not your usual abnormal self. I mean the unconscious state with thoughts raging within, with so many conflicts, and then you get along with it, your daily chores. So meditation is not only about techniques, it is a way of life. And by a way of life, I mean live consciously. So try to bring that awareness, try to bring that watchfulness in your daily life. As soon as you wake up, I know most people on this planet lead a very hectic life, that I invite you to wake up. Whatever you do in this life, however much hectic you are, whatever even good you do, all these will leave you one day. By the end of your life, you will realize that you came empty-handed and you're going away empty-handed. You haven't achieved anything. All the actions that you have performed, driven by instinct, I mean unconsciously, will only give you in the future, and by future I mean in the future incarnation, another physical body. Now look at this compassion, look at this opportunity that we get. We are always getting a new body, we are always getting more opportunities, and what we do the same thing again and again, over again and again. That is called the vicious circle of life. So try to bring your meditation, try to bring meditation, try to make it an art, try to make it a science. How you can do that? Do not miss your morning meditation. Let meditation be the first thing in the morning and the last thing at night. And if you meditate regularly in this manner, and you go deep into meditation each time, then even your sleep will become a meditation. A chain is created between your morning meditation and your evening meditation. But of course, when I say evening meditation, at night, we do not practice any technique. You simply sit down on your bed, cross-legged, relax, close your eyes, and go deeper within. Go beyond your body. Go beyond your thinking. Say to yourself, this is not me. This body is not me. Those thoughts are not me. Whatever emotion you feel, these are not me. Go deeper and deeper, as if you are peeling, you are going inside. Peel the layers, the different layers of your being. And if this is done regularly, then slowly and slowly you're going to slip into the deepest core of your being, which is beyond thinking, beyond physical body, beyond astral body, even beyond the mental body. And when you wake up in the morning, do the same thing. Do not open your eyes as soon as you wake up. Wake up consciously, relax. You can take, a stretching, do a stretching, relax your body and close your eyes. Meditate little for a few minutes. Become conscious that you're awake now. Be fully conscious. I am awake. I am fully awake. Your mind is alert. Do not wake up unconsciously from your bed. Otherwise, your whole day will go unconsciously. So I say, close your eyes before you wake up. Take a few deep breaths. Be fully alert, fully conscious. Then you wake up. And wake up consciously. Watch yourself doing everything. Just imagine as if somebody is watching you doing everything. You become a bit more alert because you don't want to do stupid things. You don't want to do unconscious things. So instead of somebody watching you, you watch yourself. I mean, your gaze should be turned upon yourself. Right. And then bring this awareness in your daily life. However, I understand also that if you are too much engaged, I mean, you are too much in the world, you have many responsibilities, then it becomes difficult. But life was not meant to live like this. You have to slow down in life. Do not wait the age of 60 or 65, perhaps in your country, in Mauritius, it's 65 now. It was previously 60, to retire. Who knows? By that time, you may not be here. And in what condition will be your physical body or your mental body? So try to retire few times a week, and if possible, daily. Completely relax and just go within. Start on a deep inner search. The search of who am I? I mean, you ask yourself, who am I? But if you're too much engaged in activities, too many activities, when you sit down for meditation, there's a lot of thinking, a lot of conflict, especially if you have not lived consciously. With so many conflict already in life, with so many confusion in your life, then meditation becomes difficult. Remember the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath day. This is something highly spiritual, but very unfortunately, it is taken for granted. But just not doing anything is not Sabbath. Just not cooking, not going to work is not the Sabbath day. Sabbath day means your mind and your body has to slow down. Because to be able to appreciate life, to understand the great questions of life, you have to slow down. Your mind has to slow down. You have to become more alert and more relaxed. You know? Life is such a miracle. And I live this miracle constantly. And that too, for the last 35 or 40 years, maybe more. A constant miracle. I was always like a child, trying to know, trying to understand, looking everywhere at the tiniest thing. You've heard about the God of small thing, something like this. There's a book. I don't remember the author's name. People say the devil is in the detail. I say unto you, godliness is in the detail, in a small thing, here and now. Look at yourself. Go in front of the mirror and rest and look at yourself. Make this a meditation. Keep on looking. And veils after veils will start falling and unfolding. Do not be afraid. Face yourself. Because you will not be only those ugly things that you will see. In your true nature, you are like an angel, pure consciousness. No, you're not only dust, you're not only a mass of unconsciousness. In you, there are only greed, anger, lust, Satan, all things. From that state of pure consciousness is shining. It is shining like the sun, which is shining. You know? That's why you see at the back of the head of saints, there is a halo, yellow light, just to tell you, just as an indication, just as an invitation, you are a pure light, you are a pure consciousness. Do not identify yourself as that which you consider evil, that which you consider mortal. Do not take to heart what people tell you. Know and understand that you are beyond a physical body. You are immortal. You are eternal. You are pure consciousness. But that has to be realized. That has to be understood. Do not believe me. Go deep into yourself. Peel your mind. Go on peeling deep inside. So that's what I wanted to share this morning with you. That meditation is a miracle for which you have to prepare. Meditation doesn't happen by just practicing a technique or practicing yoga regularly for the matter, pranayam. All these are okay. They do help to some extent, of course. But the real thing is awakening, is understanding that thick layer of unconsciousness has to dissolve. And only when you make your life, your whole life become a meditation, then only you can say you are leading a divine life. Every action that you do from morning to evening should gear you to that state. I mean, to the deepest core of your being. So remember the Sabbath day, always try to have some time for yourself every day. We are given opportunity to go on holiday. It's very good. But what do you do with your holiday? You come back home more tired. Just look, just watch and see. You have to travel when you go somewhere. Of course, you eat, you drink, you do merry, but your senses get more tired. Why? Because your mind, your eyes were constantly at work. Your brain was constantly on the move. How can you say that you have really relaxed? You are given holiday, and that is called a holiday, that which makes you wholesome. We say His Holiness. His Holiness, because the person has attained wholeness, has become wholesome. I'm not talking about priests and people like this. I'm talking about enlightened, about Buddha, about Krishnamurti, about Lao Tzu, and the Sufi masters. They have become wholesome. So remember, if you're too hectic in life, meditation becomes difficult. You will have to struggle. That's why in the past, all the great masters have laid emphasis, to live life relaxingly with awareness. You need to have enough time. But if you're hectic from morning to evening, from your birth until you go to the tomb, then it's difficult to keep the mind in place. And only a stable mind, a calm mind, a silent mind, a healthy body, a body free from much toxins. That's why when you sit up for meditation, so many people, they keep on moving, keep on stretching, the fingers, the feet, keep on moving. They're not stable. So you need to have definitely a healthy body, but much more a healthy mind. Remember the word I told you in the beginning, upasana. Be centered. Be always alert. Be always relaxed. And remember, you're not your physical body. Bring your meditation, bring your watchfulness. There's one way you can do this. Remember that your breath and your physical body is always in the present moment. These are the two most harmonious things in your life for the time being, before you attain enlightenment. Your body and your mind, they're in the present moment. No future, no past, no conflict. In fact, your mind interferes with these two. Then you become sick. Then breathing becomes difficult. Some people have difficulty in breathing. Why? Because your consciousness is too loaded. Your subtle bodies are too loaded. So regularly, some exercise, eat healthy, keep balance, remember the middle path. Avoid extremes. And of course, when you try to practice to bring awareness, to bring watchfulness in your daily life, if you find this difficult, just remember, try to always be more alert, be more attentive, and see whether you are living in the present or in the past. Your mind is swinging from the past to the future, from the future to the past. Be always here and now. Then you can make some progress in meditation. Okay, remember Upasana. It's not only physically sitting, wherever you are, be well established, be centered. So, as I told you, two ways to live life. One, driven by instinct. Second, by watchfulness, by being more aware, being more conscious. That is the spiritual way. That is the meditative way. Okay? No. We shall give you the opportunity to ask any questions you might have. Prior to that, we are going to meditate little. And today, we are doing to be simple meditation practice, as I told you last time. Those who were not present, you remember I was in the UK last week. We met and we did the practice home together. But very unfortunately, we couldn't meet everybody because of this COVID affair. And I was told that many people went on holiday. So we did the practice home. You can keep on with that at home, no problem. Right now, we are going to do the Soham practice. Soham practice means to attune that word, that mantra with your breath. It goes in, so it comes out, hum. Now remember, it's not a recitation of a mantra. It's not a mantra in the traditional sense. It's simply that the ancient wise have discovered that when your breath goes in, it is compatible, it corresponds to the word so. When it comes out, it corresponds to the syllable hum. So hum. And so hum, and this is not a coincidence. So hum means that I am. Why that? Because it is beyond mind. You cannot touch it. It is transcendental. That state of being, true consciousness is transcendental. So hum, I am that transcendental state, not my mind, not my thinking, not my body, but that transcendental state. So hum, that I am. So we're going to practice this for some 20 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes. We'll see how things unfold. So sit comfortably and remember, be seated comfortably inside, within. Relax. Do not try to capture, do not try to conquer, do not try to fight. Simply close your eyes, relax, watch your breath as it goes in. It is echoing. So when it comes out, it is echoing hum. That is very subtle and deep. So you have to be very attentive, fully alert to be able to attune to it, even to hear it. But don't make it a problem if you can't hear it. The whole question is attuning your mind and your breath so that we stay in the present moment. Remember, I've always said that your breath is a bridge between you, your physical body here, what you think you are, and what you really are. Your cosmic consciousness state. On one side, there's physical body. On the other side, there's your state, your soul. And then in the middle, there's your breath. So tread the path of breathing to reach the purest state of your being. That is the promised land. No promised land outside. Do not trust the promise of the politicians or the priest. Do not trust about paradise or hell. Who knows? These don't exist. But one thing is true, based on my experience and those of all the past enlightened being Buddhas, that the purest state of your being is pure consciousness, boundless pure consciousness. So please close your eyes. Yes, very good. So hum, so hum. Go deeper and deeper. Om. Very good. Do not be in a hurry to open your eyes. Breathe slowly and breathe deeply. Place your palm on your face and sigh. Yes, that's it. Great. Okay. Very good. Now I have to remind you, your mind, that which prevents you from being yourself, which is a mass of conditioning, a mass of unconsciousness, and which has created an I of its own, which is not your true I, is at present like a frozen mass. Understand my point? Is like a frozen mass. That's why we say some people are cold. From my perspective, everybody is cold except for the enlightened one. So that's why you have to increase the time of your meditation. I mean, meditate for longer period. In the beginning, though, it will be a bit, a lot of things starts coming to your mind, your responsibilities, this, you have to go to the supermarket, child is crying, phone is ringing, and all this, you have to do this, you have to do 1,001 things. But then you have to persevere. When I was at school, the teacher used to say, perseverance is the mother of success. But there, of course, they were referring to material success. I'm talking to success in the spiritual life. So make it a discipline. That should be your discipline. In the beginning, this is the difficulty that many aspirant comes across. Find it difficult to sit in place for a longer period. So make it a discipline. Relax. Do not try to achieve something. Make it a play. At most, make it a challenge. But I wouldn't like it to make it a challenge, because challenge is tension. As if, no, relax and just do it like a play. Some people spend much time in playing, watching TV, football, this and that. So my advice is invest in sitting for longer hours in meditation. Then slowly, slowly, your mind will start heating up, and it will melt away slowly. And the day it melts totally, you merge with the absolute, you merge with the cosmos. Well, that's it. If you have any question related to today's discourse and meditation, or any question related to spirituality, mysticism, and the like, please go ahead, expose them to me. I'll try to explain. Yes. Yes, go ahead. Enya.
So sometimes the day before we meet, I have so many questions. And I think, oh, I'm going to ask this and this and this and this. And then at the end, there's no more question. There's...
But that is a good sign, When you are in the presence of a master, it is a good sign if you have no question. You're completely relaxed and you feel a void. Just relax. Questions are many. Questions come from the mind. If they come, it's okay. I don't say that you shouldn't ask question. If question comes, okay. If they do not come, it's okay. It's not a problem. And it's better if they do not come, because questions and the answers to questions can lead to more questions. And this goes on like this and like this. So it's totally normal if there is no question when you are in my presence. Just relax and just enjoy my presence. That's it. Julia has anything to say? The move, the position you're taking, I thought you had something to say. Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji.
You are welcome.
Yes, I'm trying to be observer to also to the satsang as being a co-host, need to have a high awareness. But yes, I would like to bring Guruji your attention as you shared with us so many times about the transcending the mind, and the mind is actually either the enemy or your friend. But where we're right now as the whole humanity is, we have new, let's say, enemy, or could be our friend, is a technology. And there is lots of topics about transhumanism, where not just your mind is actually preventing you from realization of self, but now technology, and technology coming not from outside, technology with the coming into our bodies. So what is your perspective on this, please?
Thank you for the question. Very good question. Very good question. I have always learned that when an intelligent people gets poison, he can transform it into nectar. When an intelligent, a wise person gets poison, is given poison, they can transform it into nectar. No. But when nectar comes into the hand of even the most stupid people, it can become poison. I'm very much for technology. The era in which we are living, we require it. Like, for example, it is by the virtue of technology, I'm being able to communicate to you. By the virtue of technology, my videos can go around the world. This is very helpful indeed. If it is by the virtue of technology that you can have hot water at your place and you do not freeze like frozen meat, you know, in the freezer. So no problem with technology, but as you rightly say, when you are unconscious, you become a victim of it. And you're right, people are becoming too much involved in technology and materialism. That is very sad indeed. It could make life very easy and comfortable. Just like the mind is a very good instrument. You know, very beautiful phenomenon, mind, very powerful with its 5 mental faculties. And here I'm referring to the speech, you know, thinking, reasoning, memory, and understanding faculties. When I was at school, they used to say that there was an essay like this: money is a very good servant, but a very bad master. And indeed, similarly for mind and technology, you know, technology in the hand of people who are unconscious leads to Ukraine and Russia war, to all the wars of the world, to all these weapons of mass destruction. What to do with all this? Could be used for peaceful purpose. But no, people are unconscious. People are greedy. People want to dominate. People want to control. It is always I first. It is sad that it's as if technology, which is driving our life. So long as we remain conscious, we are the master. Technology is good. You need to have a watch, you need to have a phone. But then we are going too far away, too deep. Everything is technology, technology, and technology. And people are getting drowned in it. You know, people are so drowned in technology today. Look at the, even young and old, they're cut off from the environment. You see everybody with their laptop, phone, tablets, and all these. People are not conscious of what is happening in the world. Politicians and priests, they are giving society, they are giving ourselves to the devil. But who cares? You know, people are in technology, you know, browsing for films, for clips and whatever, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. So you people become more meditative, become more conscious, so that you can bring a revolution of a better world, of a new world. The world with technology, yes, but as us human beings are the master. We are not robots. We are not only a physical body. We are not only a material being. We are little angels. We are fallen angels. When I say angels, beware. I'm not referring to any type of beings or whatever. I mean, just a metaphorical way of saying that we are pure beings, pure consciousness, pure divinity. That's it. Somebody else? Yeah. No? Okay. If you don't have any question, my blessings to you all, my love to you all. Have a nice day ahead. And please make meditation a play. Make it part of your life. Like lunch, breakfast, working, breathing, and sleeping. That's how it should be. Yes, though we have lost it, it can be regained. Paradise can be regained back. It is yours. It is here and now already. You don't have to rely on me, on anybody else. Yes, I'm here just as a guide, as a friend. I'm just sharing. I'm a fellow human being. Nothing else. It is already yours. It is not outside you. You were created with it. No need to pray to anybody, to anyone else, or when to God to have it. You are that. Tat Tvam Asi. That thou art. With these words, my deepest respect and salutations to the soul within each of you. Love you all.